Ellen Jacob.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being here, and it's an honor to be amongst so many great photographers, so thank you. I'm Ellen Jacob. I live in New York City, but I'm actually speaking to you tonight from Woodstock, New York. So I'm in the country for the month of October, which I'm grateful for. All of my photos, my art is rooted in social justice. And for this particular project, which is called Immigrants, Us Against the Wall, this photo is of Aura and her daughter. I photograph immigrants from behind because they must remain anonymous in these and private and not have their faces shown in these times. And so what I'm trying to do is make them visible, but at the same time being safe. I'm also an immigrant rights activist. So all the people that I photograph are people who I go to court with and help them navigate the completely crazy system. This is Alejandra. She is was brought here when she was 2 years old, and she is now facing deportation because she is a immigrant rights activist. So her only hope, she has a marijuana conviction, is a pardon from the governor of Arizona. So everybody get out there and vote. This picture of, this is Amanda and her daughter. This is the first day she was in sanctuary. I to appear at her next check-in with a one-way ticket back to Guatemala. This is one of her 3 children who are all US citizens. So when it's a US citizen, I show their face. And Amanda was not willing to abandon her children. So she is living in sanctuary, has been for about 2 years now. This is a long-term project. This is in Washington Heights in New York. Just an aside is she had a toothache that day. She's been in sanctuary when I made this photograph for about 2 hours, and she had a toothache. So we helped sneak her out to a dentist and sneak her back in because everybody is so concerned with how much she was being watched. She wasn't at that point. But anyway, is there another photo or no? I think there's, yeah, Janice and Ramesh. This story actually has a happy ending. Governor Cuomo gave Ramesh a pardon. So he had been a green card holder, and Janice is a relentless and really fierce woman. And she fought and fought so that Ramesh could stay here. So all of these photos are made with collaboration with the person who I'm photographing. So this one right here of Janice and Ramesh is photographed near their home in Queens. And they picked the wall, they picked the pose, and they picked to stand, to hold hands. And Janice, because she's a US citizen, is looking at me. The photograph of Amanda, which was the one I think right before, that one was photographed against a door because there was no real wall. The one of Alejandra is actually is a wall next to Federal Plaza, which is the immigration court, one of the immigration courts in New York City. And she wanted to defiantly stand next to their wall. And the very first one of Aura is photographed in the sanctuary of the Universalist Church, where she is still living. And one of the, Aura, when I met her, spoke only Spanish. And now she actually speaks fluent English, probably better than I do. So all of my work, I'm a real James Baldwin fan, and his line, which I always mess up, so bear with me, the purpose of art is to lay bare the questions that have been hidden by the answers. And I always strive to be able to do that and to be able to have my work speak to that, because the goal of my work is really to break down the barriers, and in breaking down the barriers that keep us all divided and all apart, we can build stronger communities. So as I said when I started this work, I'm grateful that I have this opportunity to show this work. And one other thing I do want to say is that I display it in a variety of ways. It also is done as a 6-foot maze that you can walk through, and then the viewer of sculptural structures, and then the viewer can write their thoughts on a sticky and paste them on the back, which is just walls. So I'm not sure I described that really well, but it's 6-foot tall images of each of the people. The back is a wall that you can put your sticky and your thoughts. So it's been really enlightening to see what people write. And I'm grateful that I'm able to do this work. And I just want to end with saying I encourage everybody to please get out there and vote.
Thank you. Thank you for your work and for sharing the stories.